Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so excited you're here and excited to tell you about this amazing technology. Please just know whoever invited you to the call tonight must really want you to know about the technology, to just know all the things that it can do for you. And they must just really care about you because we are watching it absolutely change people's lives. And we love every minute of getting to share this product and technology with everyone. So, with that, tonight our call will be for 30 minutes. We are going to be talking about the X39. So, if you have questions, if you will either type them into the chat or save them till the end, you can come on and ask your questions at the end, or we can read them off in the chat. And we want to make sure you get all your questions answered, as well as if anybody has a story, a recent story that they would like to share with us on what they have seen with the technology. We always love to hear those as well. And we're going to start with our medical disclaimer. So, tonight, what we'll be sharing is for informational purposes only. All LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose, or prevent any dis-ease. If you are on medication or have medical conditions, please check with your physician first, as well as if you are pregnant or nursing, please check with your healthcare practitioner as well. So, with that, we are going to talk about this amazing little patch and what it does. It is truly technology for this generation and beyond. And our company has things coming out scheduled to come out within the next 7 years as well that will just continue to be ahead of the industry that we are so excited about. So, this in particular product is FDA recognized as a general wellness product. It is a class 1 medical device. It's completely non-transdermal, which means there is nothing that transfers from the patch into your body. It is completely sealed on both sides. There's nothing transferring. So, most people, that's kind of unusual because most people are thinking about a transdermal patch, an estrogen patch, a nicotine patch. Those are things that are common, a vitamin patch that they know, but those things transfer something from that patch into the body. This does not work like that. It is completely a light therapy product sealed on both sides. There is nothing that transfers from the patch into your body. So it is medical grade plastic, hypoallergenic adhesive. It has a 96% effectiveness rate. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that more in a little bit, but there is no competition. There is nothing else on the market that can give you a 96% effectiveness rate. No supplement. There's nothing else that is as easy as this, as non-invasive as this that can give you that. It's extremely affordable and it is patented technology. So there is no other product in the world that does what the X39 does. So how this works is I don't know why I am shifting in and out of light. I'm so sorry if that's bothering you. I'm like, what is wrong with my light? It keeps changing on the screen. So sorry, squirrel. I'm off in another direction real quick. I'm like, why is that happening? Anyway, so what happens is we're talking about light, and this is actually a light therapy product. So we emit a low grade infrared light that comes out of our body everywhere. And how you know that that is true is that when you look through night vision goggles, or like you see on the movies, and they're looking through those night vision goggles and they see that heat signature at night. So they're seeing a person in all those different colors. They call that a heat signature, but what it actually is a low grade infrared light. And that light is what is reflected from this patch from the center. So that tiny little, it's just like a little cloth piece in there, but it's actually at the stereoisomer level and it's reflective. It has reflective crystals of amino acids, sugars, and salt that are reflective, that reflect back into our bodies that infrared light at a specific frequency, turning on certain peptides in the body. This whole process is actually called photobiomodulation, and that is just a big word for light making change in the body. You all actually already know what this is as well, because every time you step out into the sun hits your skin and your eyes. It tells your body to make vitamin D, to have the vitamin D in your body go and do what it was designed to do. This is the same type of technology, only we don't need the sun. We are the light source. We are the heat source that light is used to reflect back into our own bodies at a specific frequency, turning on this amazing peptide called GHK copper peptide. So what this peptide does is so many things. If you Google it, I say just Google it, GHK-CU, GHK copper peptide, and you are going to get a very long list. Okay. This in particular peptide was found over 50 years ago by Lauren Picard. So there are 50 years worth of research that has gone into GHKCU, all right, and all the things that it does in the body. You can actually buy this book on Amazon that is about GHK and just talking about all the things that it does in the body. But like I said, you can just Google it and see. I'm just going to talk to you about a few tonight, but the list is very, very long because of the amount of time that has passed and the amount of research that has gone into GHK copper peptide. So the first thing that I'm going to talk to you about that it does is it turns on dormant stem cells. So as we age, our stem cells go dormant. By the time we're 30, 50% of our stem cells have gone dormant. By the time we're 60, we only have 10% of any of our stem cells any longer working for us. So you can see between 30 and 60, all the things that happen and that take place, that illness, aches, pains, disease, that happen in between that time frame, it is legitimately because our stem cells have gone dormant and are no longer working. It is the natural way that our bodies age. So with this technology, what happens is it tells those dormant stem cells to get up and get going again. When you start to wear this technology, 4,000 genes begin to reset to a younger, healthier state. I don't know about you, but sign me up for that. Whatever can help me feel younger, sleep better, go harder, play harder like when I was younger. I am all about that. So your stem cells is what allows you to do that. And those genes resetting to a younger, healthier state allows you to do those things. So it also, GHK copper peptide, activates your cardiovascular system. At the mitochondrial level, your entire cardiovascular system begins to reset at a younger, healthier state. We have over 90 clinical studies. There's over 150 patents with what I'm talking to you about. So we know that it truly does to support every part of your cardiovascular system, your heart, the blood vessels, the lining of your blood vessels. This is something that I see in people all the time. Any kind of blood pressure issues begin to restore to a normal, healthier state that support your body in a healthy way. Okay. My husband, back in our 30s, he was supposed to have been on blood pressure medication, terrible at taking medication. So he was on, off, all that. Now he's 53. His blood pressure, after being on this for 2 years, 118 over 82. Completely normal range. Okay. That was not the case in his 30s. So the fact that he's on no medications and he has not changed any of his exercise, really any of his diet, all of that has stayed the same all these 20 years. And after 2 years of wearing this technology, it has reset. Now, that probably happened a whole lot sooner. We just didn't keep up with testing it. We saw very quickly it starting to go down. And then again, my husband's not great at medication or anything like that. So he's also not great at taking his blood pressure. So we didn't really check it. We had to check it because the insurance was coming out. And so they checked it for him. And it was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. So to have your blood pressure working and supporting your body properly, think of all the things that are so important in our blood pressure not being high. That is huge for our health. Okay, so then collagen. Okay, GHK copper peptide supports collagen foundationally from the base. We have 29 different types of collagen in our body. Everything in our body is made up of collagen. Our bones, our tissues, our muscles, the interconnective tissue that goes on in our body. Everything needs collagen. Most people just think it's hair, skin, and nails. It's not. Everything is involved with collagen. So what's so interesting about collagen is that it also declines similar to the way that stem cells decline in our body. So by the time we're 60, 80% of the collagen and elastin has been lost. by the time we're 60 in our body, which is why we see wrinkles. And so we see all those things, um, droopy skin, saggy skin. We see all those things. Nails become more brittle, don't have as much hair, it becomes more brittle. But those are not the only things that have to do with collagen. So when you're taking a collagen supplement, that's pretty much the majority of what it's supporting. If you can support it foundationally, then you get the cartilage, you get your joints, you get all of those things that cartilage or that collagen actually supports. So, how many of us know or have ourselves, like myself, needed some support in their cartilage, their knees, their shoulders, all of these different things that we need support from collagen. Okay, so then the next thing is so with the collagen also helps with wound healing. So I've had surgery. I tore my Achilles a little over a year ago. My surgeon and my physical therapist were actually shocked at how quickly my scar tissue healed and everything down there was healing. It is because I was getting young, my collagen, I'd been using the technology for almost a year. And so it was already boosted, it was already helped. And so then that scar tissue even was beginning to remodel. So that's something that GHK copper peptide does as well. And then your immune system. This supports your immune system as well. So, all of us, especially going into cold and flu season, we want our immune system at our best. My husband is a little bit, he's not as consistent with the technology as I am. He ended up getting a cold, and he works from home, so I'm around him all the time. And I didn't get sick. I didn't get any of it. So I'm very consistent with wearing my technology. So this is absolutely going to help either prevent you from even getting anything or have it be lessened, a less amount of time or not as worse. I have definitely seen it in my own body, in my children, and just people around me that are using the technology as well. So huge help. Your brain, okay? Another major system that we need to function right for us. Within about 6 weeks of utilizing this technology, you will begin to see your brain starting to balance, your brain fog starting to lift. If you have any kind of anxiety or depression, you can see those. People will see that those kind of symptomologies begin to lift. So I can tell you for myself, I was beginning to forget, like forget as far as like I would ask my kids a question and I would forget what they would say. So I would ask them a question again. I would say, "I'm so sorry. I know I just asked you this question, but I cannot remember the answer." And so they'd be like, "Mom," and so I am so glad that I don't have any of that anymore. So that is huge because I know when you look at research based on your brain, any kind of those things or even brain fog, those all are beginning signs of the potential to go down, to having issues with your brain later on in life. And so I am super thankful to have that completely have reversed and feeling like I have my brain back as when I was younger. Just thinking clearly, thinking quickly, remembering lots of things. That's kind of just always how I've been. So it was really strange to not have that anymore. So I was super thankful to have that back. So this patch and technology you can wear anywhere on your body. We have clinically tested spots, okay, but the company has been around for over 20 years. So we know, and we also know that infrared light comes out everywhere, so you can wear it anywhere. So I tell people if you have an ache or a pain or an issue on your elbow, wear it on your elbow. If you have it on your knee, wear it on your knee. So you don't have to wear it where the clinically tested spots say. So if you don't have an issue, those are very easy. Just choose one of those spots behind your neck or below your belly button. If you do have an issue, ache, pain, whatever, put the patch on the spot. It's fabulous. So how you wear the technology, okay? You want to wear it. Oh my goodness, there's some cool pictures coming in the chat. Sorry, I just got distracted. I can't wait to talk about those. Okay, so you wear it 12 hours on. So when you get up in the morning, put it on. At night before you go to bed, you're going to take it off. So 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So because this is a light therapy product, so when you look at red light therapy products, there's usually a time they tell you that you can only use it for 20 minutes, for an hour, something like that, depending on the different type of red light product you're talking about. With this, it's 12 hours. The reason they give those guidelines with red light therapy is because your body gets used to the signal. So it's activating cells at the mitochondrial level, telling things to start working. When that happens, it's truly like exercise for your mitochondria, okay? So, if you and I went to the gym, we could not work out for 12 hours. We could not work out for 24 hours. Our bodies would give out on us, okay? We could not do those things. This is the same thing. So, when you're telling your mitochondria to get up and get working, it still needs rest. It needs a break. So, that 12 hours off when you're sleeping is already a time when your body is resting. And it also allows that mitochondria to calm down again. It gets to get a rest. And then in the morning, when you get up, you put on another patch and you tell that mitochondria and those cells and that peptide to get up and get working the way that God designed it. And so I love it so much. It's super easy. There is nothing, it's this simple to where you can activate and support that many body systems. And again, look it up on Google. I did not even go too close to the amount of things that GHK copper peptide does. Not only that, when you consider stem cells, a stem cell can become anything in your body that it needs to become another cell and support whatever your liver, your kidneys, your heart, your lungs, whatever it is that you need, it can become that to have that support. So it is why we see just the gamut of support and help that people are getting in their health, in their tissues, in their organs, because we are talking about stem cells. The only thing that is even remotely close to the technology I'm talking about is a stem cell injection, which is invasive, may not always work, and costs thousands and thousands of dollars. Okay. Especially depending upon how many your doctor tells you that you need. Okay. This is none of that. Okay. And we can tell you that this always works. Okay. Even if you're not feeling anything, we recommend at 6 months, go into your doctor. If you're not feeling anything or seeing anything or noticing in the technology, go to your doctor, have a blood panel run, go to your ophthalmologist, have them check your eyes, go to your dentist, do your, dental checkup and see what they notice. There will be things in there that will show up. So like my husband, he did not notice, even though he had, the high blood pressure, he didn't really notice anything going on with the technology. Okay. I notice because he stopped snoring. And so, which means I get to sleep better, which I also know means he's sleeping better. And so his body is regenerating and being rejuvenated the way that is necessary and helpful for him to have optimal health. Because of that, because we have, you can take your blood pressure, we know it's working. He needed to heavy metal detox. We've seen all of those heavy metals detox as well by using this technology. So specifically combining it with the glutathione patch. So we've seen it in his test results, even if he doesn't feel it. That's why I personally can tell you that even if you don't feel it, go and have some test results run. If you are in Tulsa, here in Tulsa, I can recommend a gal to you that you can go to. Within minutes, she can run a test and then you can put on the patches, run another test. You will see instantaneous results in support and your inflammation reduction in your body in specific areas. You can see within seconds. That's also what we show in in our clinical tests when they've done the testing. You can see that that's truly what's taking place. I have seen that on that machine with myself, with other people that I've recommended go in and see her and have that test run with the technology. So there are some machines and things out there that can do that as well. But like I said, just at 6 months, go do all of the regular standard tests that you would do. So, 1 month for every decade you are old is the recommendation. So, it is so important that you commit to, if you are 50, you want to wear this for 5 months to really give the technology a chance to see what it's going to be able to do for you. Okay. This is completely natural. We are not forcing the body to do anything, we are supporting body processes that are already there, that God has already given us, that we've been already designed with. We are supporting those in a way that allows them to work the way that they were designed. So they're not going to be instantaneous results. Now, with that, do we see it? Yes, we see people feel something on the very first day, in the very first week. But I would never tell anyone that would be normal. Those are the unusual situations. Okay. Most people, it's going to take 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. Okay. And even at that, like I know of stories where it's been 7 months in before anyone has even felt anything. And then they had major changes that were huge. So imagine if they decided the technology didn't work and they just stopped using it. they would have missed out on all of that in something so easy as to put on this tiny little patch. That's why I'm telling you, if you don't feel anything or notice anything, go get some of those testing done so that you can be assured that things are going on, even if you don't feel it. And I can say that just the same because my husband feels absolutely nothing. So I can tell you that that's true. And we have totally seen that. And this technology absolutely always does work. And so it's important for you to have in place what you need so that you know that it will do that for you too. Hydration with this technology is key, okay? Hydration with any type of health benefit that you have, hydration is key. 1 ounce, oh, I always forget my brain, like 1 ounce for every half your body weight. Half your body weight in ounces is what you want to drink. So if you weigh 100 pounds or 200 pounds, you would want to drink 100 ounces, 100 pounds, 50 ounces. So that gives you kind of a gauge. If you sweat, if you wear the patch technology, if you're exercising, all of that hydration also needs to increase. But at a minimum, half your body weight in ounces. Okay. So that is key just for overall health. It will allow the patches to work better because it allows the electrical conductivity and for the cells to talk to each other so that those signals can go and the body can do what it needs to do. That would be true for any health benefit that we have. Our cells have to be able to talk to each other for our body to do what it's supposed to do. That all happens through hydration. Electrolytes are also very important: magnesium, sodium, potassium. Those are allow the electrical conductivity of those signals to communicate back and forth between the cell. So I think I got everything covered. So what questions do you have? I want to see what got put in the chat here. Feel free to unmute or put them in the chat. I'm looking at the chat now. Okay, 5 months later, Brian's saying, Brian, I don't know if you want to come on and tell us about this. Maybe I can figure out how to share these pictures. Holy cow, you had major surgery. Are y'all seeing this in the chat? What? That looks really painful. Goodness gracious. Um, so yeah, I'm wondering if you're using the technology. You're down to wearing one boot for now, swelling and throbbing still persisting. So I'm wondering if you have just started using the technology or just learning about the technology. If you are still having throbbing, I would definitely add the ice wave and let's see if we can get that to reduce. So X39, which is the product that I just went through, Eon reduces inflammation. You're waiting for your order, so you haven't started. Oh, I am so excited for you. So Brian, you definitely want to get back to whoever invited you to this call to make sure. Yes, Larry. Larry's fabulous. So to help you be able to use the ice wave properly to get that pain down. Okay, so you want to X39 Eon. Eon activates a peptide in the liver that reduces inflammation systemically. So I would also, this would be my recommendation. So when I had my Achilles tendon surgery, I did 3 X39, I did 3 Eon, and I did 3 carnosine. Okay, carnosine helps with repair of tissue and muscle, and obviously all that is majorly damaged with what you had. So, okay, Pastor Ed's asking a question. I'll get to that in a second. So that's what I would recommend with that trying to recover. If you have all of that, I don't know if Larry had you order carnosine as well. If he didn't, then X39, Eon, and Ice Wave. Okay, and have Larry help you use that Ice Wave and move it around. 2 sets of Ice Wave if you need it as well. Let's try to get that inflammation starting to reduce so that throbbing will go away and the pain will go away. Definitely prayers for you, Brian, because that has been quite a surgery. So Pastor Ed is asking, let me see here, to know what I studied in college. So I have a Bachelor of Science in Health and Wellness. So community and then corporate health and wellness. So yes, so my passion has always been health and wellness. And just to give you a backstory, I don't know if I've ever recorded on here, and I'll have to be careful with my words, but so my oldest daughter was injured very young or with common things that children get. that are injected, they're injected with. I did not know really anything about what was being injected as far as the side effects of those things. And so she was had an injury from that. And I didn't figure it out until I was pregnant with my second, which was 4 years later. And so at that time, thankfully, the Lord intervened and allowed me to get a copy of the material safety data sheet that come with all of those from the pharmaceutical companies, and allowed me to see the side effects, which she had multiple. Like it was, she has this, she has this, she has this. And so that, with my passion for health, sent me down a road of figuring out how to get her the help that she needed to allow her body to detox and just bring her body back into balance to work the way that it was designed. So she's now 26, and it really has been a lifelong process, because obviously back then we didn't have the internet, we didn't have all these things and access to all these things. And so, especially within the last 4 years, all the things that have come out have really even allowed me to learn even more, and really get her some really key detoxing ways. To utilize some specific detoxes that have also helped, and knowing about heavy metals and things like that that happen from those types of injections. So just being able to detox her body even more properly. So that really sent me down a road of learning how to try to heal and help her with everything that she was going on. That truly has been a lifelong process. So thankfully, I have always had a passion for health and wellness. I have been a fitness trainer. I have been a aerobics instructor. I have taught multiple sports. I've been a coach. So I've always been around health and wellness. And I love that. And I've done a lot of studying on that specifically to help my daughter heal. So, yeah, so that's just kind of my background. But okay, so Brian, two X39, two Eon, and one other. Thank you. So, yeah, so maybe you ordered the Ice Wave as well. So that would be awesome. So, and like I said, if you want to wear, when I had my surgery, I did it in threes, and I did it for a month. So I did three X39, three Eon, and three Carnosine. You may not have gotten that one. I'm guessing Larry would have had to get you the isolate, which is totally fine. So if you want to up those, I would do that as well to just try to help with everything that you've got going on in there for sure. So any other questions? Okay, Diane. Yes, so my daughter has been on the patches. Yes. So we yeah, so she doesn't have that. I'm not always sure everything that I can say on YouTube because I've been flagged, so I have to be careful. So she does not have that, but she has had impulsive thinking, and so just her thought processes, was told that she had processing disorder, which is a very large umbrella, and so. So yes, so she definitely wears the patches. Really and truly, it's been the other things that have really helped with the detoxing. We've done so much that with the patch technology, we haven't necessarily noticed anything other than I absolutely know that it works, and so we know that, I mean, I can tell you that her anxiety is probably a whole lot less. Her depression is a whole lot less. She's able to think more clear. So she's got some of those things going on. But we've done a lot of extensive detoxes. She ended up having mold toxicity. She had heavy metal toxicity. So we ran specific detoxes for those. And of course, the patches just support your body to work the way that it was designed better and help with all of that. So yes, so definitely wearing the patches. So your granddaughter does. Okay, she's 5. Oh, yes. So, um, yeah, and I would say, and I don't know, there are, I don't even know. So we have a pediatrician here in this area who helps specifically with autism. I'm guessing she could help people even virtually. Would be something that I would definitely reach out to her and find out about. And she may have even know of a pediatrician closer to your area as well, that she specifically helps kids heal from that naturally, and with all kinds of nutraceuticals and supplementation, and only uses other interventions whereas necessary, and then trying to get them off of those as quickly as possible. And she has definitely seen people completely reverse that condition, especially with her being so young. That is really beneficial as well. She's definitely got heavy metal detox or heavy metal toxicity. I can tell you that for sure, that all of that needs to be cleared out. So her name is Dr. Kathy Boyles, and it's Freedom Pediatrics. But reach out to me, or I know Vicky and Ed have her contact as well. We can make sure we get her email to you so that you can reach out to her and just see if there's a way that she can even work with people virtually, or if she knows of some people. She works with a nationwide organization of MDs all across the country who are trying to help people with true functional type medicine, root cause medicine. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. So, Pastor Ed just put her card with her contact email in there so you can reach out to her, and hopefully she can get you some information. And yes, you can see on her card some of the very specific specialties that she works with, and what your granddaughter has is listed there. So, I hope that's helpful to you. You will love her. She's a wonderful gal. She does use this technology with children as well. And so we are super excited just to see all the things that God will do with all of the tools that she has. And she really truly believes that this technology will help what she's doing with children work even faster and get them to a healthier state quicker. And so it's very exciting, a very exciting thing to watch. So, any other questions or comments? Oh, so yes, thank you so much, Pastor Ed. I always need people to keep me on my toes. Okay, so my YouTube channel, so you can find this video later. It's just Nikki McCutchen. Um, so you can find that on my YouTube channel. Oh, and of course, I cannot forget, okay, Patch the Way. Okay, patchtheway.com. We have tons of information. Okay, this website is fabulous. All of the clinical studies, all of the patents, so many videos of all kinds of different people that have been helped, as well as Patch the Way's link to their YouTube channel. The link to my YouTube channel is also directly there. If spelling my name it can be an issue. So just go to patchtheway.com and scroll down at the bottom. You'll see, just keep scrolling. All of our podcast links are there for any of our training calls that are coming up. So we have more calls every week. You can find us here. So Monday night, this call, Wednesday night, we have a call. Along with business information and going over all of our technology, all of the different patches. So the other ones that I talked about tonight too, plus more. And then we have a Saturday afternoon business training call. So we have got all kinds of calls for you to plug into to make sure that you get your questions answered. So with that, I know I am over the time, so I don't want to take anyone else's time, but please reach out to the person. Oh, yes, Thanksgiving. See, this is why I have to have help. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We hope that you are going to enjoy every minute with your family. I am so thankful for my family, and I am so thankful every time that I get to be with them. I hope you all feel the same way. And I'm so thankful to my Lifeway family, and just appreciate each and every one of you as well. And so very, very thankful for all of you and just bringing me into this beautiful community of people who truly do love and want to help others. So, with that, we just want to pray blessing over each and every one of you and say good night. And please get back to the person who invited you to this call and get all the rest of your questions answered. And please get started on this technology. God bless everyone. Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Good night. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Good night.
Thanksgiving.